friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them, hopefully for a profit. Today is Friday, August 2nd, and I have 5 items that sold for a gross sales amount of $139.96. Stick around to the end and I'll tell you what my total profit was for the day. The first item is this Wrangler flannel shacket. It does have some like faux Sherpa lining. It's obviously very used and worn, but that has never seemed to be an issue when I have sold shackets before like this. I don't know if they're going to be a thing this fall. I hope so, because I have a ton of them. I don't need that phone call. And the sell-through rate's not great. However, it's, we're still in summer. So the average sale price is $16.72 with a 9% sell-through rate. That's not great, but that's okay. It still sold. I have had this for 5 months. It sold for $15 on Poshmark. I bought it at the bins. The bins are the Goodwill outlet where you buy by the pound. So my average cost of goods is about $2 for the items that I buy there. And so that makes my profit $10. That's not ideal, but I've got a good one in here, so that's okay. It's making up for the day. These I probably shouldn't have bought, but hey, they still sold. These are a pair of overall. They are actually overall jeggings. It says right there, or jegging overalls, but they're American Eagle. I don't know for sure that I comped these when I bought them. I recommend comping. I think that's important. But sometimes I don't follow my own recommendations. At the same time, I always say, this is what I'm doing. You do what you need to do. Because I don't ever want to be one to say, this is what you should do. Oh. Good morning. So the American Eagle overall jeggings have an average sale price of $22.32, but only a 13% sell-through rate. So someone offered me $15 on Poshmark, and I took it. I've had these for 4 months. I bought these at a Plato's Closet, which isn't somewhere that I normally source, but I have teenage daughters and they wanted to go, so I thought I would go ahead and use my time wisely while I was there with them. I did spend, this was a clearance item, and I spent $3 on it. So my profit is $9. It took 4 months to sell. I don't know if I said that. Yeah, probably something I shouldn't have bought, but again, like I said, it did sell. So, and it didn't take a horrible amount of time to sell. Wasn't good, wasn't fast, but okay. So this is a sweater. Got some fall stuff going today. I thought this was fun with this little swoopy thing. The brand is Alfani, which is not a brand I would normally buy, but if you see that, it says 100% cashmere, and that I do buy. In almost, I would say any brand, I would grab a cashmere sweater. I have sold cashmere sweaters in really random brands. Just, yeah. They don't always sell for a lot of money. I would say like 15 or 20 if it's, not a high-end brand or a well-known brand or anything like that. But in my experience has been that they sell. Just getting some little fuzzies off of there. Okay, so this brand, Alfani Cashmere Sweaters, has an average sale price of $15.26, see, and a whole 9% sell-through rate. I probably had mine overpriced. because I've had it for 9 months. Although it was 9 months ago. Yeah, January. It probably could have sold for, I don't know. Anyway, it sold for $19.94 plus shipping on eBay. They paid a total of $26.59, which is awesome for a cashmere sweater. I bought this at a little thrift store that just has like a super low cost of goods for 79 cents. They have a bag sale sometimes, and I think that was a bag sale day, because my cost is usually $1 there. Anyway, my profit is $16.97. I do usually wrap all my items in tissue paper, add a little thank you note, and then if they're going Ground Advantage, which most of my eBay items do, put them in poly mailers that I get on either eBay or Amazon. I'm out of tissue paper. I just ordered it yesterday, so hopefully it should be here soon. Let's get a little cleanup. This skirt I thought was pretty cute. Little, you know, athletic. It's very stretchy, kind of has that. I don't know how to describe it. Not quite microfiber. Maybe it's microfiber. Anyway, the brand is REI, which I thought my experience sells pretty well. But I've only sold one other REI item. However, I didn't have any other REI items in my store. Like, this is it. This was the only other one. So I guess I do have 100%, but it's only 2 items. But I was thinking about it and I was like, I feel like I find REI more, but I usually keep it because I've found it in my size, which is great. I like it. I like the brand. So, that's why I don't have it for sale. It's because it's in my closet. Anyway, this REI skirts, I thought were going to be better sell-through rate wise, but they weren't. It was $13.39 average sell price, 16% sell-through rate, super low. And mine sold for $19.96. That was the price I had it listed at. And then I have a 15% off coupon. And so they used that. They paid shipping on eBay, so $22.87. I've had this for 2 months. I bought it at that same little thrift store for $1. My profit is $14.13, which is fantastic. I'll take that. When I look up sell-through rate, I look it up on eBay on the product research tool, which is under the tab research. There's a drop-down menu that says product research. And then there's a search bar, and I just put the items in the search bar. This is great. This is not something I find normally. This was kind of a weird find, but these are a pair of paintball pants. So they're kind of padded. They have random little like targets on them. The brand is Smart Parts. I'll show you the tag. Smart Parts. So the Smart Parts paintball pants have an average sale price of $44.16 with a 50% sell-through rate. So when I calculate sell-through rate, I do the amount of items listed divided by the amount of items sold. So I'm sorry, I said that very incorrectly. The amount of items listed divided by the amount of items listed and sold, because that was the total amount of items that have been listed in the last 90 days, which is what eBay goes off of. So 50% in very basic terms looks like 50 items listed, 50 items sold. Someone else might say that's 100% sell-through rate. I do it that way because that's the way the eBay product research tool does it. In reality, there were like 4 listed and 4 sold. So there's not very many of them. There weren't any in this size. I priced them at $70. I got an offer for $40 and it was a counter offer. So I had sent an offer for 20% off. I do that on the regular. I always send offers. And I price kind of accordingly. I know that I'm going to send a 20% off offer. That offer was the 20% off would have been for $55. So I counter offered at $50 just because I knew the sell-through rate was high and there were none other in this size, and everything else listed was listed pretty high, like 60, 70, even higher. So I was kind of expecting to lose the sale, but I thought that was going to be okay, that someone else would come along and want them, but they bought them at $50. So I was happy with that. They took 2 days to sell. I bought them at this little thrift store in town that benefits our mission. I did pay full price for them and they were in their boutique section. So I paid $8.30, which I think is, that's pretty low for something like this, I would imagine. I paid like $35 for Carhartt stuff there, so they do price things up there, but I didn't think this was bad. There's also a matching shirt. Unfortunately, it was in a different size that I paid like $6.30 for, but it hasn't sold yet. Anyway, my profit on that was $37.53. So 2 days to turn $8 into $37. I will take it. My profit for the day was $87.63, which is great. My goal is $67 a day or $2,000 a month. And it helps my family, which is great. That's the goal, right? Well, that's my goal anyway, to help my family. Yeah, so I'm curious if you accept offers. Do you send offers? On eBay, on Poshmark, anything. I'm just curious. I am doing an eBay challenge, or not an eBay challenge, a listing challenge. 10 items a day. And I'm adding Depop, which I've not done before. So yesterday I listed my 10 items. I listed 10 items on Depop, which took me a while. And I'm nervous that I did not do it right. There's a lot of little things that they ask for, so that I'm just not used to. So I feel like I'm not cool enough for Depop. But I have a lot of like Y2K and vintagey stuff. So that's what I use Vendu to cross list. And so I just searched through, Vendu has a search tool, and I just searched Y2K and I just started on my Y2K stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do Y2K, and then I'm going to do like grunge and, what's the other one that starts with a G? Oh, what is it? It's like where they wear all black. What's that called? It's so dumb that I can't think of that word. Goth. Got it. Yay. Wow. Okay. Fairy, cottagecore. I'm going to put all of those, the things that I have, keywords for those, and I will put all of those on Depop. All my vintage sweaters, which I have a lot. Yeah. Anyway, so let me know how you're doing with your August challenge. If you are hitting your goals, if you haven't said you're going to join the challenge yet, but you want to, there's still time. We can do it. We're still early on in the month. Join us, cheer each other on in the comments, and yeah, like and subscribe the video if you haven't already. And thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.